Good afternoon, everybody. Today we're going to be doing a quick tutorial, so somewhat quick, on how to add multi-terrain angle, or MTA, to a map, which basically means that you're going to have more angles of when you're ploughing, cultivating, whatever. I'll show a clip at the end of once we've added it to the map. The example map we're going to be using is Charwell. Every map has a bit of a different folder structure, so I'm going to try my best to help you. But yeah, in the description there's 3 linked areas. You've got the FS19 sample mod map, which I've uploaded. It's got nothing special in it. I just didn't want to have to explain how to get a sample mod map and all that rubbish. So I've just uploaded one to Mega, ready for you to download. You've got the modmap.lua, so there's the Mega. You've got the modmap.lua here, which is what we'll be using in a little bit, and the Giants Developer Network. You'll need to log in or create an account. Once you've logged in, you can see the download section. Here you're going to want to download Giants Editor version 8.2.0 and Giants Editor 7.1.0. Download both of these installers, install them, now then come back to here, so pause it now. Okay, now you've downloaded those. Now you're going to want to download the GRLE converter and the FS17 sample mod map, and you'll want to save all of these in one folder, preferably on your desktop, somewhere easy, and call it MTA or whatever you want, just one single word. Now, you can have a bunch of zips in here. Easiest way, I use 7-zip, you could use WinRAR. However your method works, hover over all of them, have them all selected, right click, extract to slash, which is going to extract them all. I'll come back once this is done. Okay, now all of them have been created into normal folders out of their zips. You can delete the zip versions, like so, and now you can see that you've got these folders. First, you're going to want to go to the FS19 map that you're adding MTA to. In this case, it's going to be Charwell. We're going to go to Charwell, and you're going to want to either create or edit a modmap.lua. If there isn't one here, right-click, new file, here, select it all, delete, modmap.lua, spelled exactly like that, capital M, mod, capital M, map.lua. This one already has one, so we won't be needing that. What we're going to do is we're going to open it. It seems to have opened on my other screen. I do apologise. There we go. And you'll see this one's already got some contents in here. You're going to open this with Notepad++, Sublime, Visual Studio Code, Atom, whatever editor you use. And you want to go Control-A, delete, if there's anything in there. If there's not, then you're obviously starting with nothing in there. Then go to what I've linked down below, this paste bin, and just copy it all. So select it, right-click copy, or Control-C. Go back into here, Control V. We don't want to leave this time. So in this tutorial, I'm going to be adding 3 channels. You can add 2. I'll try and make it so you can understand with having 2, but I want to add 3. That's what most maps have, like Sandy Bay, etc. It means you have loads of angles. It looks quite smooth and nice. So I'm going to change that to 3 and save it. We'll be referring back to this soon. Next, you're going to go to the mod description.xml again, using whatever editor you want to use. You then want to go past all of this, and you'll see maps, this tag here, and then under it you'll see map ID equals blah blah blah. 2 things we need to change here. First is the class name. If it's not already, you're going to want to set it to mod map. Again, case sensitive. You want it to be capital M, capital, both capital M's pretty much. And then the file name. At the moment, this isn't where our modmap.lua is. Okay, so what we're going to do is modmap.lua, like that. I can't type apparently. And then we're going to want to save it. We can then close that one. I'm leaving this one open just so that we understand. You're then going to want to find the i3d for the map. Sometimes it's called mapde.i3d. Here it's modmap.i3d. Sometimes it's in maps here, but for this map it's right there. You're going to right click, open with, again, your preferred editor. This will take a second to load. Okay, now it is loaded. We're going to want to search for ground shader using Control F, and then you type ground shader and it will find it. We're then going to want to just quickly get rid of the dollar sign, I always say exclamation point, dollar sign data, delete it. Oh, I've put that in full screen. There we go. And we get rid of the slash, because we're going to be changing that soon. Next, we're going to want to search for terrain. So Control F again. terrain detail, and it'll take us down here. Don't edit the terrain detail height, it's just this one. So, number density map channels. It's currently 13. You're going to want to add whatever number is here. So for us it's 3 to 13. So 13 plus 3 is 16. Okay. You'll then want to come down to this data set here, combined values channels. There are 3 data sets, 0, 3, 0, colon, that's the end of that data set. That's 1, that's 2, that's 3. So we want the middle data set, and then we want the middle number. And again, you add that number. So for us it's 3, so 2 plus 3 is 5. We put that, and we save it. Again, we're going to leave this one open because we'll be referring to that soon. We're now going to want to create a folder called shaders wherever this i3D was located. So for us it's here. You want to create a folder and you're going to call this shaders. You're now going to want to go and find your farming simulator main directory. If you've got Steam, it'll be in Steam Apps Common Farming Simulator. I'm not sure where it is if you've bought it through Giants. You'll want to go to data. You'll want to go to shaders, and you'll want to press G until you find ground shader. Copy this, Control C, or right click, copy. You can now leave it, go into our shaders folder, paste it, like so. Now there's some changes we're going to have to make in this. We're going to open it with our preferred text editor. First edit is going to be on line 12. Okay, so you'll see there'll be a default file name equals ... /shared, etc. Get rid of the 2 dots, change this to $data. And we do the same on line 15, so get rid of the 2 dots, change that to $data, like so. Next, we're going to want to go to line 210. This is where it gets a little bit complicated, so stick with me, I'm not going to rush it. You'll see angle equals blah, 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 blah. First, you're going to see value 4 here. Now that value 4, we're going to want to multiply by 2 however many times here. So for us, it was 3, so we're going to want to 4 times 2 is 8, times by 2 is 16, times by 2 is 32. So we put 32. So you've got to times it by 2, like keep doubling it, so however many times here. So we doubled 4 3 times, giving us 32. If it was 2 times, if you put 2 here, left it at 2, it would be 4, double 2 twice. So it would be 4 times 2 is 8, times by 2 is 16. We then go to this value 3, and that is always 1 less than the one that we just done. So ours was 32, so it would be 31. If it was 16, it would be 15. You get the point. We will now save this, and we can close it. Okay, now we're going to want to go to the main directory, and because this will be stored in different places for the map, but it is named the same, we can just go to the search bar, and we can search cultivator underscore density, and you'll see this GDM file. We're now going to want to go back to our desktop or wherever it is for you. That's not desktop, that's my mod, so I do apologize. Okay, then you want to go to the MTA, that's where I've stored it, and you got the converter, just have this open in a different tab. Drag this, hover over the converter, and let go. It'll do its thing, it'll come up with press any key to continue, just press enter, and you'll now see, you can close that we've now got a PNG file. This is what we want. We're going to right click, copy, or Control C, and now we can close our search. We can go back to our FS19 sample mod map. This is where we move and we do some different things. So to download the sample mod map, as I said, it's a link in the description, easy to do. What we're going to want to do first is we're going to go to into it, we're going to go to maps, map01, and find the cultivator density.gdm. We're going to delete that like so, and then we paste in the PNG, so right click paste or Control V, like so. We're then going to want to go back to the main directory, which you can do by clicking that. And then what we're going to want to do is go to shaders, and go to groundshader.xml. Again, open it with your preferred editor. We're then going to want to go to line 207, a little bit different to the previous one, obviously different game. So go to line 207. Again, you'll see something that's looking very similar. We change this to the same. So before, the 4, we changed to 32, and the 3, we changed to 31, or if it was 16 and 15, whatever it was for you. We then can close out of that after saving it, of course. We then go back to the main directory. We go to /maps and open the map01.i3d with your preferred editor, Notepad++, Sublime, whatever it is. This will take a second. We're now going to want to search for terrain detail. Now you'll see this first result. That is not what we're looking for. So you press search again, which is usually F3, or you can click the find button on your editor, and it's this one. Again, we're going to want to make the same similar changes, except from the number of density map channels is going to be whatever it was in the previous one. So if it was 16, we're just going to change that to 16. We don't do any adding, nothing. And then the same with the data set, the 2, what did we change it to? We changed it to a 5, so here we're going to change it to a 5. We can now save this and close it. We're now going to want to go back here, and we're going to want to open by double clicking the i3D, and it will come up with this box because we've got 2 versions of Giant's editor. We're going to want to use 7.1.0 because that's for FS19 maps. You click OK, it will start to open. I'll come back once this is opened. Okay, the map is open. You can close down this little panel there, and you'll see that obviously there's like fields and stuff which aren't going to be there on this map, all kinds of broken. That's what we want. You press Control S or File Save. I'll do Control S. You've got to wait for it to save. Don't click anything. It'll take its time. You'll see a new thing come up in this log down here once it's done. Now what this is doing is obviously it's saving the files, and it's using that cultivator PNG we gave it, and it's going to convert it to the cultivator _density.gdm that we want. There we go, it's done. We can now close out of this. We then go obviously back to wherever it was, so in shaders, no sorry it wasn't shaders, maps, map01, and you'll see cultivator density.gdm. This is what we want. We're going to copy it. We're going to go to the FS19 map. We're then going to want to go to wherever it was stored before. So for this map it was in mod map, or you can just search as we did before, cultivator. That's not how you spell it, cultivator. There we go. What you're going to want to do is you want to delete the cultivator _density PNG. So not rename, delete. That'll disappear in a second. You're then going to want to Control V or paste. Oh, it doesn't look like you can here. Okay, well then right click this one. Okay, because you can't seem to replace in here, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to find out where it is. So for this one, it's in mod map. Here it is. Control V, replace the file. There we go. It's replaced it. Perfect. You're now going to want to go back to the main directory. Control A, send to compress zip. Wait for this to do its thing. Once it's done, you type FS19 underscore or whatever the original file name was. So for this one it was FS19 underscore charwell.zip. You can then send this straight to your mods folder or drag it into your mods folder, however you're doing it, and then you will have multi-terrain angle. I hope that wasn't too complicated at the end. The problem is, for some maps it will be in mod map, you'll have the cultivated density stuff. Some it will be in maps and then map DE folder. Every map has a different layout. Usually maps follow a pretty common one. But pretty much the best tool is if you're following the tutorial and you can't find something, search. So just search, you don't know where the i3D is, try map DE like that. If it doesn't come up with a map d.i3d, you know it doesn't have that, so maybe try mod map. Oh look, there's the mod map.i3d, perfect. That's the one you're going to want to edit. So then obviously you can right click, open with, etc. Or even open file location. There you go, you found it. Perfect. But I hope this helps. Let me know if you have any issues down in the comments. Join the Discord. I stream on Twitch pretty much every single day. Farming Simulator 19, Euro Truck, some other games here and there. But I appreciate you watching the video. Have a good day, and have fun with FS19 multi-terrain angle.